Hello there. This is Kat Hobson of Paranormal Experience Radio here in Key West, and I am joined by winches Janet, Charlene, and Sue, and we are here at a pocket park right next to the Key West Cemetery. This is where, when I did my live show 2 years ago, we had a cyclist who was not someone that came out the other side of a bush. Not again. No, that's a guy. Okay, we just had a new cyclist, but he came around the corner. So, we were just going to sit here and have a talk about some of the experiences that we've had in Key West over the years. Charlene just went to visit a psychic and had a reading. And I'm looking at the Pleiades, which always makes me happy. So, I hope that you're able to enjoy this. When we come down here, it's really interesting. This park is actually in a neighborhood. It is directly in front of the Key West Cemetery. This is the cemetery that has the mausoleum with the sign that says, "I told you I was sick." So that's kind of interesting, right? We've explored it on our bikes. We've visited other places that are kind of interesting. I think Charlene probably stepped out farther than most of us have so far and had a good experience, right, Charlene?
I did.
Are you glad you did that?
I'm very glad I did that. Yeah.
Do you feel it might have been life-altering?
Not so much life-altering as much as confirmation.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a really affirming experience for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And Janet and Charlene were out here with me. Sue is out here at the cemetery for the first time with me, right?
Mm-hmm. But I've been to the cemetery before. I've been to the cemetery several times before.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually a very calming place. Tonight is the night that Key West truly is Key Weird. And that's saying something, truly. This is some place that means a lot to all of us. I had to go home abruptly last year, so I didn't get to play with the girls. But that's okay, because we are playing tonight. There's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of pressure here, a lot of atmosphere here. I'm not aware that there's anyone else besides us in this park, but I feel like it's kind of affecting my head a little bit, so you never know. I think that, Janet, what have been your experiences around Key West?
The people are very friendly. The historical effect of Key West is amazing when you get around to the nitty-gritty of it. But it's a very peaceful, calming city. Or it can be fun and carefree. Both.
It kind of goes to all the spectrums.
It does. It does.
Yeah, the pirate history here is the thing truly of legend.
Absolutely.
And, we don't get people digging around here like Oak Island and other places in Charlene's part of the world. But there's a lot of treasure hunting that happens around here. There's a lot of pretty neat characters around here. I have my friend Norman, who actually did miss me last year when he didn't see me at Blue Heaven. I always think that I annoy him, right? or that he's puzzled about why I want to talk to him, to the point of calling his sister in New York to put her on the phone with me so she can ascertain what my motives are. So, and she decided I'm not so bad, fortunately. But, you know, y'all know that I am definitely not one to be disrespectful when dealing with the dead. I do not challenge. I don't even really say much of anything at all other than, hi, my name's Kat, and if you're here and you have something to say, please do. And if there's something that you need that someone could help you with, if I'm not that person, I've tried very hard to find the right one. So I'm going to just put that out there for a few minutes and shut up and see what happens. I know there's spirits in this area because we had that happen when we were here before. So if there's anyone that has something to say, I may actually see you on the monitor if you want to. There is a background noise behind me. Cyclist who was real. Alive, we hope. That would be too much to have happen in 2 trips.
It's my gut, sorry.
Okay. That sounded like a pedal or some sort of a noise.
I did. I heard that. It came from that way.
Yes. Is there anyone who has something to say? I actually heard something like straight ahead of us, but it wasn't a voice, it was a motion. We're not going to come to you and disturb you. I know y'all have probably had enough of pranksters and people being disrespectful and all of the madness that goes into a Key West Halloween. Are you tired? Do you enjoy the madness a little bit? Did you hear it again? Because I thought I heard something. Janet?
Yeah, coming from over in here.
It's outside our gate, though. Is it in the other one?
It's outside the gate.
Is it in their gate?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's in. I think it's in the cemetery gate. a bit of motion over in that area and in front of us. Who are you? My name's Kat. I'm from Alabama. Janet and Sue are both from Ohio. Charlene is Canadian. She is from Nova Scotia. Are you seeing anything over there? Still hearing it though. Can you come to your gate? If you're so inclined. We're not trying to be rude or pushy. We're just curious and interested. And we'd like to know what your life was like here. Do you know who has that beautiful doll as you come in the gate? The one that's turned blue? It's a beautiful angel. That was a pedestrian I didn't want to scare, so can be considerate sometimes.
That was a very unusual song for what we were wanting. I'd rather be anywhere I want to be. Coincidence?
I think so. Where would you like to be? Did you live on Key West your whole life? Anybody else hear that noise? It sounded like a screech or a bird or something, which would be weird at night. It's really faint. I'm very paranoid when cyclists go by me now. Can you hit a fence just to make a metallic noise so that we can know which way to look? That wouldn't have been a gate, would it?
Sounded like one.
It did sound like one. Thank you. When you use things to make noise, do you actually move them, or do you just create that sound? I have a reason for that question. I was someplace that they actually were making a lot of noise, but nothing around me was moving. Do you do that too? That was Janet shifting. I think that was an air conditioner or something. I don't think that was anybody behind us. Though it did sound a little creepy. Did you hear it? I'm going to stop bringing you. I'm teasing.
I know.
But, I wasn't going to do this for an incredibly long time. I just wanted to come and tell you how much I enjoy being here and how thankful I am to be here again this year, since I couldn't stay to come and visit you last year. I'm not much of one for Fantasy Fest, and I'm not much of one for a lot of zaniness, but I am very interested in you and what your life was like. And I'm doing a little bit different from when people come here to investigate you or whatever. Remember when I was here before and I did a live radio show from this park? And we were sitting here and we were talking, and Janet and Charlene were checking out the park and seeing if they heard anything separate from our show. And a bicyclist came by and he didn't come out the other side of the bush. And it startled me. Did you laugh at that? I would have. I kind of did. Once I could talk again. I'd never seen an apparition before, and I think that was one. That was my shoe. Do you know who has the sign that says, "I told you I was sick"? I think that's rather amusing, because that would be me. My poor husband. I don't think it's amusing that nobody took it seriously. I think it's amusing that she had it put on the stone. I do know this is the first time I'm night that I've been sweating, and it's midnight. Are y'all sweating? Are you hot?
I'm hot. Yeah.
I wasn't hot on Duval Street. It's wild. There's something right there in the wings. you see something? Okay. Are you affecting the temperature? Are you having something to do with why I'm rubbing sweat at midnight? Because seriously, I wasn't sweating when I was down there with all of the street life. No. It's a scooter. Okay. Yeah, that didn't move right. Because that sounded like a rock getting thrown. Or just dropping. Maybe something dropped out of a tree, but who knows? You know, dead air is not really something I have on my show very often. I hope you're communicating somehow. And if you're not, you will have missed a fairly decent opportunity to let your voice be heard. I guess that's really why I'm so fascinated and do things here. This is a great park. I like that Key Wrst embraces and celebrates the dead, as well as all of the facets of life. Since I'm a white, they're going to think I'm a ghost. Golf cart chicks. We're going to go in just a few minutes if you want to. This is a good opportunity. And if you don't want to, that's fine. I appreciate you responding with the noise of the gate over there. And if there is ever anything that you need, I know that you can reach out to any of the people here in Key Wrst. I know they care very much about you. And for anyone who is listening to this, thank you for doing that. It's just a very rare thing to be here and to come out to the cemetery and see what we find. Or don't, as the case may be. I think that maybe we'll find something when we go back and listen to this. I'm sorry I don't have the chat open. I'm using this on my phone, so I can't see any comments or anything else, but another cyclist. I think he was alive for the moment. He was talking on his cell phone while he's riding his bike. It's crazy. But, again, thank you very much. You have been listening to Paranormal Experience on WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. I'm Kat with Janet, Charlene, and Sue right here at the Key Wrst Cemetery on Halloween night. How cool is that, right? I think it's pretty awesome. But anyway, have a good night. I will talk to you again. I'm going to be doing a rebroadcast of Fate this week because I am here on vacation. I'll be live again Wednesday with Scott Gruenwald. Y'all take care. Good night.